Namaskar everyone. So we will be doing a question based on dictionary today. The question is, write a program to store value related to a student, name, class and marks in a dictionary. Later what we have to do is we have to print the details of the students who have secured more than 75 marks. So that's the question for the day. What we will do is we'll start with assignment of, we'll create a new dictionary, and then we'll, just to make it a more user-friendly program, we'll ask the user to input how many values. So values for how many student is required. So we'll set up the loop according to that only, so that we're able to do what has been asked. So we'll set up a loop for n times, and we take input from the user as per the requirement. We'll start with name. We can label it as v1. v2 will take input from the user for the class. So we assume that we'll treat the class as we do in Roman number system, so that's why we've taken it as string. And the final value is marks, so let us assume that we are taking them as integers. So all three values have been taken from the user. Now we have to connect these three values to a dictionary. Now dictionary is a concept or a data type that allows values in the form of key value pair, which means clearly it divides the data into two parts. So we'll treat name as the key. So what we write is dv1. So this is going to be the key for the dictionary item. And since we're left with v2 and v3 representing class and marks respectively, we'll put that into a list so that this entire set of items, class and marks, gets treated as a single data item. So this is how we do it. So every key gets represented by v1, and v2 and v3 will be put at the value part of the dictionary, and for that purpose we have put that into a list, and this continues for all the required values. One very important point here which needs to be remembered and taken care of is that if the user is entering a name that has already been entered earlier, because we're setting up a loop for n, so that's quite possible that the user is entering a name which has already been entered. So in that case, since dictionary does not allow duplicate keys, so that name will update the previous value. So this loop will get all the required values entered from the user and get the values associated into the dictionary that we've created. Now we'll start with the second phase of this program, where we've been asked to print the details of the students who've secured more than 75 marks. Marks are getting represented by v3 in this loop. So let's start doing that. What we write here is for I in D. So D is the dictionary that we have, and what we do is, if we write for I in D, by default it is going to extract all the keys from the dictionary and make a list of that, and because we've used for loop here, one key at a time will get transferred from D to I, right? So what we do is we simply check if DI1. Now you have to understand this very clearly. We want to refer to the marks of the value part. This every student item has three things. One is name, which is the key, and one class, and one marks, which have been inserted into the dictionary as a list. So since the list has two items, so in order to be able to refer to each individual part of the list, we'll use the index number. So clearly 0 will represent the class of the student, and 1 will be representing the marks of the student. So that's exactly why I've written DI1. Now it's very important to note here, DI will represent the entire value part, which has two things, name and marks. And out of that, I wish to take out 1, which needs to be compared with 75. So all the values which are greater than 75, all the marks that are greater than 75 have to be printed. So I'll write DI will print the name and name and marks. So that's all we have to do in this program. So this continues for the entire set of elements present in the dictionary, which was stored in the previous part of the program, and in this we are able to check each and every element for the given condition, right? So this is all we have for this question. This should run fine. Thank you so much.